We are in the 2026 Kia K4 Hatchback GT Line Turbo. Hell of a name. Base MSRP is about $29,000. Has a 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, 8-speed torque converter automatic transmission. It used to be a DCT, and now it's just a normal torque converted transmission, which I actually kind of prefer. It's about 26 mpg city, 36 highway. It has 190 horsepower, 195 foot-pounds of torque. Let's take a look around the car real quick. Honestly, for under $30,000, this is a very solid car. I love the way that this looks. This yellow is really cool. You do have some nice hatchback practicality. Pretty nice stuff back here. You got a nice spare tire. That's great to see. Good cargo cover. Let's put this down. I'm just kind of curious. Whoa. All right. Yeah, that's a solid amount of room, honestly. Like, I think hatchbacks personally are the best of both worlds. They still drive very, very well as opposed to crossovers and SUVs, but you get a ton more practicality. And it's honestly pretty nice in the back seat. Lots of leg room. I have tons of headroom. This is very spacious in the head because of the hatchback design. These seats back here are comfortable. Got a nice pull-down armrest. HVAC vents back here. Some of the Hyundai Elantras don't even have these, so that's great to see. Charging ports. Nice soft touch there. This is kind of a bit more hard touch, but honestly, not bad in the back seats. I love this color. It actually looks really sick. In the Kia K4, it's actually very, very nice. You have heated seats, cooled seats, heated steering wheel. You got your seat positions here, all the window controls. Steering wheel, you have lane keep. I think this has adaptive cruise control. Nice clicky paddles. It's a good steering wheel. I like the design, how it's kind of white here, black everywhere else. Kind of brings over to the seats and some of the door cards. Good seats, nice and comfortable. Not too bolstered, which makes a lot of sense. Good storage. You got cool cup holders. That's kind of trick. I like that. You have wireless charging down here, tons of ports. Infotainment is nice and responsive. Honestly, guys, this is a great little car for under $30,000. And it's a good example of, like, I think Hyundai and Kia is just doing a very good job at making products that are just, they're good and they're cheap. And that it's difficult to come by, but they're doing a very, very good job, especially with the K4. Has a very nice, pleasant blinker. You actually have a camera when you turn there, so that's kind of cool. Reminds me of the old Honda, I think it's 9th gens or 10th gens. One of the old Civics, they added that, and it's actually a really nice feature. At low speeds, suspension's very compliant. Visibility is excellent. I have the rear headrests up, but so that's blocking a bit. Blind spot's pretty decent. Nice windshield. You can actually get very low in this car with the seating position, which is very nice. Makes it feel a little bit more sporty. Power adjustable seats. Let's go ahead and get heated seats going. It's a little chilly here today. You do have a drive mode selection on the steering wheel right here. We'll go ahead and put it into sport just to see how that does. It's got a nice low kind of grumble to it. Paddles are pretty responsive. It's not the most, insane thing in the world, but it does okay. I like the clickiness of them. Steering is definitely on the softer side. You can really feel that this car is definitely tuned a little bit more for comfort rather than sport. But that's okay. It just means that, I mean, really, truly, I don't think a whole lot of people are buying this to track it or do anything like that. It's really just a fun little, you know, daily driver. It's got a little bit more sport, a little bit more premium feel than some of the base Hyundai and Kias. It's good. Nice heads up stop sign display. Let's go ahead and see what it can do. Alright, not too bad. Very smooth car. Everything about this is just like smooth so far. I actually really enjoy it. Let's see how the lane keep does. Can feel it immediately. Finding the lane. Seems to be doing a very nice job, actually. I want to see how long it takes for me to get yelled at by the car to put my hands on the steering. Nothing so far. It's actually doing a really, really good job. See if it can deal with this this turn up here. And under 30,000, the fact that you're getting this good of a lane keep assist, that's really, really awesome. I haven't touched it yet, by the way. Alright, I see it just got a warning. We'll go ahead and put it back on. Seems to be a really very smooth system and not very, I guess, careful. Seems to be pretty lenient on how long you have your hands fully off the steering wheel, so that's actually very good to see. But honestly, I'm having a really nice time just driving this car around, and for under 30K, dude, you got so much technology, it's amazing. The heated seats are ripping, the lane keep does great. I would love to spend some more time with this car and just do like a true daily driving commute. My commute's like 40 minutes, and I think this would just be super comfortable. In these tight, twisty roads, suspension's doing all right. It definitely doesn't have, you know, a crazy amount of like steering feel or steering response, but the body control is good, and it's super compliant over bumps, which, you know, is one of the trade-offs. You might not have the greatest steering response, but for normal driving, it's very good. And arguably, that's more important. I really like this steering wheel too. It looks very nice. I like the styling that Hyundai Kia puts into their vehicles. It's usually a little bit more like contemporary and kind of interesting, and they bring it down even to like some of their more budget models like the K4. I think this would be an excellent car if you kind of need something that can do everything and be super comfortable and practical. Like, it's a good jack of all trades car. It's got some little sporty bits here and there, but at its core, it is just a practical vehicle, and that's just what it does really, really well. Gets off the line and goes. Nice torquey engine. On these low speed bumps, suspension feels super compliant. It's a very soft car. And honestly, the NVH in here is pretty decent. You don't really hear a lot of the crashing over bumps or anything like that. It's very easy going. Just a chill car. I actually really like that blind spot turn signal. That looks good. Let's do a little bit of an uphill launch. Not bad at all. We got actually some wheel spinning first. It feels good. Very responsive transmission. Once you floor it, it does know how to kind of kick up whenever you need to. Yeah, so far I'm really impressed. I would love to spend some more time in here. You know, get like a true, what is this car like to live with? Because I think it'd be a really easy recommendation if you're looking for something like, you know, Honda Civic, what else is there? Toyota Corolla, something similar, but you want a little bit more of that hatchback practicality. This is a good one for sure. Brake pedal is also super easy to use. It's not too bitey or oversprung. yeah, it's solid. Like, it's obviously nothing insane, right? Don't get me wrong, but it's a super healthy amount of power for just putting around town with a daily driver. It's great. Hope you guys enjoyed. I had fun. I really like this car. If I was looking for something under $30,000, like, this is a very solid option. It's got loads of tech, super smooth, seems to have really nice NVH. It's not too bad at all.